Hi class, this video is going to address your signature assignment. As you're finishing your last prep work this week, you will now begin your project. And so I'm in the signature assignment folder. You will submit your signature assignment right here, right? So this is a hyperlink. The other thing you need to do is if you don't already have a portfolio, you need to create one, and the directions are right here. You need to make sure that you create this in time to submit your signature assignment on time. And that way your signature assignment isn't late. I do not accept late signature assignments. You also need to make sure that you create this and you put it in the SWOC portion of your signature assignment. This is a scientific way of knowing class, and you just need to upload it right there. Okay, so let's go into the project. Beginning with the first portion. So you've already, if you've done your work, you already ran by me what you anticipated being your recommendations. Okay, so let's take a look at what that might look like. What's important in this section is that A, you are meeting the recommendations that you've outlined to the best of your ability for an entire 7-day period. Okay. When you write your paper, you are going to write it in these sections. So really, I want you to title your section 1, Introduction Problem Statement, 2, okay? So you can really use that. I kind of outline this to make it really easy for you to construct. In this first portion, you are identifying not only what you're trying to change, but why you are trying to change it, and you are connecting your own personal experience to this change, okay? So you need to support your recommendations with 3 supporting references. Well, what does that mean? Peer-reviewed. That means that you need to go to the electronic library and you need to find peer-reviewed research, not blogs, not websites, not newspapers, but peer-reviewed research in order to support the recommendations that you're following. So you are going to cite studies here. You're going to cite them in APA format. And if you're not sure what that is, I will include in this folder a guide to APA format. And so you will make sure that you will cite everything, and then it will also be located in your reference section. Okay, so here, problem, why it's a problem, what you're changing, and your supporting recommendations and your supporting references for your recommendations. 2, this portion should be done before you begin your project. This is your plan. You are outlining how you are going to execute this, because the reality is whatever you're changing, you haven't been able to do different up until this point. So you really have to have a plan as to how that's actually going to work. So you're going to also in this talk about your straightforward food plan, but also how do you intend to achieve success. Here you are going to talk about a different area of study. And so the easiest places to refer to are anthropology, sociology, and psychology to really evaluate the other aspect of the way we eat. And so you want to think about, well, how will this change affect your peers? For example, if like on Friday night, your friends always email you or call you at, 9 o'clock and they're like, dude, let's go do pizza and beer, except you decided not to drink and you're not eating junk food, well, that's going to be a problem. So how are you going to deal with that? Are you going to show up and not eat anything? How is that going to make you feel? If you have a spouse or a significant other and they're not interested in the behavior changes that you're making and the food changes that you're making. So in this area, you are going to talk about that, and you're going to identify these barriers to your success. You will utilize at least 3 supporting references from a different area of study. Again, these are peer-reviewed, which means you're going to go to the electronic journal library at CWI or anywhere else. Most journals cannot be found for free online, and so I would really just start with a library. Not blogs, not newspapers, not websites, and you're going to support this area from a different discipline. And so this is why psychology or sociology are really helpful. Okay, so for the third portion, this is where you talk about how it went. Did your plan work? What didn't you think of? What would you improve on next time? What were the limitations? Was time a factor? All of that stuff. Here, you're really going to talk about your experience. You'll also notice that I've given you suggested page lengths. If you come up much shorter than that, I would be concerned that you didn't really do the full job. When you turn in your paper, you need to submit, so a diet analysis program is NutriCalc, okay? So you're going to use that program. You will turn in all reports, meaning those very first reports that you did with 72-hour or sugar. So all of that. Most importantly, I absolutely have to see what you ate. If I can't see what you ate, you will fail this assignment because it's all about what you ate, okay? And so you want to make sure that you do that. You can just submit the electronic journals just like you have. So you can make 2 attachments to your portfolio. And this is what I'll be looking at. Did you turn in all components? Okay, that are outlined here. Did you outline them the way I've told you? Did you really try to meet the recommendations? So if your goal was to not eat sugar and you drank soda every day, then obviously you didn't really try to meet the recommendations. Also, keep in mind, I'm really on your side with this paper. And what I mean by that is you have to tell me a lot about who you are. So maybe, for example, you normally drink 5 sodas a day, and you reduced to 1 soda a day, and then you incorporated more fruits and vegetables, and you pulled out fried foods or something. I could read that and say, well, you drank soda every day, not knowing that you come from the place of drinking 5 sodas every day. So really, the other part of this, when you talk about your introduction, really tell me your story. So then I can read what you did and read the changes that you made and put it in perspective and put it in context of who you are as an individual. That's going to be really important. So really, you're making your case in some way. So tell me a lot about who you are so I can grade you fairly in the changes that you make, okay? And then this all gets submitted in our diet analysis area, which is right here. I will put in a guide to APA right here as well, so you can see that. And I think that should cover it. So this is the focus of your next 2 weeks, really. It's due you don't have a final in this course, and this is due at the end of finals week. And so you want to make sure that you take the time and that you've marked out your 7 days. And please let me know if you have questions.